Okay, so today is the 16th of February, and it is a Wednesday, and I just got home like 20 minutes ago. I was supposed to go home and be home at 3 o'clock, but no, I had to be absent last week. So I missed this big essay that we had to do for. Sorry, I just stopped there. My computer just randomly decides to eject any CDs that I have in it just randomly. I don't know. It kept doing that with Danger Days, and I was like, bitch, please. Anyway, I was working. I did this. I was doing. I had to do this essay, and it was about this. Like, it was a general argument essay, which is basically just like they give you something and then you talk about it. Um, So ours, it was. I don't know. Can I say this? Am I gonna get arrested if I tell you what it's about? Anyway, I was sitting there, and he was like, the guy was like, "Oh, give any money that you don't spend on luxuries, give to people in other nations." And I'm like, I don't live with luxuries, just buy the necessities. And I'm like, you want America to do that? Really? So my argument was just like, haha, no. I had to show some pros or whatever, and I'm pretty sure it looks like I was making fun of the pros because I'm just like, and it'd be a utopian society because everybody would be happy and there would be no war because we'd have natural resources and all that shit. Ugh. Um. Anyway, moving past that. Actually, not really. Sort of continuing my digressions of the day. Um. So I finally finished that, and it was like our school gets out at 2:20 or 2:25 or something. It's 2:20. Final bell rings at 2:20. And I was there until like 3 or 3:05 writing an essay for English. And then my mom texts me and she's like, "I'll pick you up in the music wing," which by the way, at our school, it is on the exact opposite side of the school. So I'm like, "Okay, I'll just travel to Narnia so you can pick me up." Or not even. She was like, "Do you want to drive?" And I'm like, "Yes." So I get in the car, and then she's like, "Oh, I need to talk to Mrs. Smith." And I'm like, "Oh, so that's why you wanted me to go to the music wing, so that you could talk to Mrs. Smith," who, by the way, is this other woman who I love. She's fabulous. She's just an amazing person. But she does stuff with our music department, and she's nice. And yeah. So I get in the car, and I'm sitting there, and I'm just listening to Lady Gaga, just don't be a drag, just be a queen. I don't really know all the lyrics. Cause baby, you were born this way. That was me in the car at the school parking lot, except not really. It was more like, okay, so I'm driving, and there's a car to my right. There's a car to my right, and then there's a car about to pull out to my left. So I kind of move to the side a little bit, and then my mom screams. So I jerk, and I almost hit the car to the right, and I'm like, oh my god, calm your tits before I run into someone. She's like, you almost ran into that car. Oh my god. Oh, it's a good thing you have driver's ed because I'm so nervous. And I'm like, you're nervous because you're a nervous person. Meanwhile, she damages her car so much. I don't even know what our insurance is right now. Um, yeah. So then we finally get home, and she's like, "Oh, by the way, digression. We had to stop at." She's like, I'm driving, and she's like, "Oh, we have to go to the A&P. I have to buy some milk." So I'm like, "Okay, we're gonna go and buy some milk." So I'm sitting in the car, I'm just gonna sit in the car and jam to some music for 10 minutes or whatever takes to get the milk. We left the school at 3:30. She got back. It takes us about 5 minutes to get to the A&P. So we got there like I'm just gonna like go a little bit longer because I was driving slow and say 3:10. We got there at like 3:10. I mean 3:40. 3:40. Took 10 minutes. We got there at like 3:40. It took her a half an hour because she was like, "Oh, I gotta come. Gotta buy some hot dog rolls. I gotta buy some soda. I gotta like I don't even know. I gotta buy some probiotic yogurt." So I'm just sitting in the car and freaking Pink comes on and like she's good. I like her like to a point, but like her last couple singles just all sound the same to me and I'm just kind of bored. So I'm sitting there like, so raise your glass if you were wrong, get all the wrong ways. And I'm like, what is my life? She finally gets back and then we like pull out and she's like, oh my god, the lady. I'm like, I'm driving, and she's like, oh my god, you're going too fast for the parking lot. Too fast for the parking lot. And I'm like, I'm going like 2 miles an hour. Calm down. So I'm driving, and this woman walks in front of the car and then stops. She's looking in her purse while she's walking. She has this little wallet clutch thing, and she's looking in it while she's walking. And then she stops. I guess she didn't have money with her or something, but she stops and and she runs back. I'm like, I'm gonna run you over next time. Like, not really, but really. You check your money. You check to see if you have money when you're in the car. That way, like, when you walk, you are looking to make sure that no one is going to hit you. My mom was like, you gotta watch out for these crazy people. I'm like, that's not crazy. That's stupid. Crazy is if you're running around screaming your head off ass naked in the street. That's crazy. Stupid is when you're looking in your fucking purse for money when you're walking across the street. Okay. So I got home and she's like, oh, we have to bring this stuff in now. So we bring it in and then she's like, oh, we have to clean the table now. And I'm like, okay, we'll clean the table. So we clean the table and then I'm like, Mom, I have homework. And she's like, oh, okay, go do that. But I needed to vent some aggression before I did that because I can't work with them. Whatever. So we're cleaning the table and she gets my brother and sister to help. And my sister comes over and like moves like 2 things and then leaves. And then I end up like she has a book and I just throw it at her because like I don't care about her stuff. On the subject of books, last night I walk into my room. Like I'm not in my room right now because like we had bunk beds and one of them broke. So I just took my nice little Babopedic mattress that I'm sitting on right now and I just took it and like moved it and put it on the floor downstairs. Because I didn't want to sleep on the couch. So I'm just basically like living in my basement right now. Like, college kid already. But I walk into my room because like I still have all my clothes in there and shit. And my sister had taken some of my books and put them on her dresser. I was like, if you know me, when I have books at school, if you don't ask me, if you just, like, take my book to look at the cover, I will bitch slap you. Not, like, really, but, like, I will be like, what are you doing? Why are you touching my books? You don't touch my books. You don't touch my books. You don't touch my books. Those are, like, my sacred pieces of just sacredness, and all sacred stuff is in those books. So, like, she has my hardcover copy of Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, and I'm just like, no. You know how many freaking penny social tickets I used to try and win that thing? No. And then she's got all my, please don't judge me for this, but I still have all my Kim Possible books, because that girl was the shit. So, like, I still have all those, and I was like, no, these are mine. She took the Scooby-Doo ones. I'm like, these aren't even mine, these are my brother's. Like, why do you even have them in this room? Like, really. Anyway, I'm gonna go and do homework now. Because that's what I'm supposed to be doing. I just almost like the vlog again tonight because I'm bored with my life. right now because I have nothing happening. Actually, I have tons of shit happening, just like nothing happens on Wednesdays. Just Wednesdays are like my downtime. I like Wednesdays. I like Wednesdays and Sundays. Okay. So, adios.